April 30th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's take a look this morning at our high temperatures from yesterday. We had a high of 73 in Charlotte, 76 degrees in Fayetteville, 77 for Columbia, so it was certainly a milder day than what we had back on Sunday when we had all the rain out there. We had some decent intervals of sunshine built in as we went through the day yesterday. Pretty nice day overall. This morning, a lot of us with a foggy start and temperatures in the 50s to low 60s, even fairly mild up in the mountains. Boone's at 53, 63 in Columbia, 61 along the coast in Wilmington. There's your visibilities. Notice less than a tenth of a mile of visibility there in Raleigh, quarter mile in Charlotte, half a mile in Asheville and Elizabeth City. So some patchy areas of very dense fog. In fact, the visibility listed at 0 down in Columbia this morning. Across the eastern U.S., some pockets of cooler air there in parts of the Ohio Valley into the Appalachians in a few spots, but overall 50s and a few low 60s in much of the eastern United States during the 5 o'clock hour this morning. There's been one shower that's been pretty persistent there in parts of Cabarrus and Rowan counties through the night. Outside of that, though, pretty quiet around the region. The big thunderstorms that affected the coastal parts of the region are offshore now. But it was a pretty active weather day, including a funnel cloud there in northeast Florida and a number of wind and hail reports with some pretty rough afternoon thunderstorms in southern parts of coastal South Carolina and into coastal sections of Georgia as well. Now, as we go through today, you have a little area of low pressure offshore. That'll kind of weaken and slowly retrograde back to the west. Now, I think a lot of cloud cover for a good chunk of the day, but you notice some sun trying to work in, at least for a brief period of time, this afternoon. A few showers will pop up in South Carolina, maybe creeping into southern North Carolina and the mountains, but a lot of the region probably dry today. And then we get this maritime flow really setting itself up tonight and tomorrow. That's going to keep a lot of cloud cover in place and will give us a little bit of a cooler day tomorrow. A lot of us in the 60s for highs tomorrow afternoon. So again, let's go to the upper levels. Here comes the big piece of energy diving into the western United States by the time we get toward the tail end of the work week here. Now, that's what it looks like by Friday evening. And so again, you're looking at this Omega block scenario here. Big upper low here, one offshore, and that kind of character between, and we're going to be underneath that ridging aloft, it looks like, for the tail end of the work week and into the weekend, meaning the weather actually will be pretty good. Let's go to the surface chart at the same time. Rain and some thunderstorms in the Mississippi Valley, but pretty quiet around here for Friday and into the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at Saturday. The shower and thunderstorm activity holding off to the west of the Carolinas. And eventually, we see that system on the GFS try to move in. In fact, by 192 hours, the upper air low winds up overhead on the GFS. On the European, it takes way off to the north and in a much quicker fashion. But if the GFS solution's correct, it ends up being a very wet scenario for us Tuesday of next week. But again, it's a totally different scenario on the European, and we'll just have to see where that upper level low that forms over the nation's midsection winds up heading next week. But the bottom line, the weekend around here is not looking too bad, with highs upper 60s and low 70s and kind of a partly cloudy, partly sunny type of sky if current indications hold. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and God bless.